Hallo, heute sind wir im Loro Parque.
Penguins don't do voluntarily blood draws. I mean, they are more used to the manipulation, but we still have to position them in a way that we are not injured with the manipulation and that they are not injured as well. So it's a very quick procedure. We take the blood sample with less stress. So it's a very quick manipulation and you basically try to take the sample as quickly as possible. And the animals are particularly used to this manipulation. Regarding the puffins, it's a bit more tricky to take the blood because it's much more difficult to find the right jugular. So the vein that we use is actually on the leg and it's a very tiny leg. It's a very tiny vein and it's very difficult to take a good blood sample. So, but the machines that we use here in the lab allow us, even with a very small amount of blood, that we actually can use and do a complete health check. The zoological institutions, because most of the staff that work here are true specialists in their different areas. So when you give your support, technical support to a conservation project in the field, then you know a lot about the species that you're going to interact. You know how stressful it can be to manipulate these animals. You know the possible diseases that these animals might have. You know how to treat, how to anesthetize. So it's obviously the zoological collections are true universities that create true specialists that can create technical support to conservation or actually have created techniques that can work full-time in conservation in the field. So I think it's very, very important. I mean, in respect to the veterinary world, I think it's very, very important, zoological collections, because you know, the world is changing and more and more you don't see wild animals in their correct environment because of different things, but the human action is pretty much the main reason. So, and for many years it's very difficult for veterinary students to have access to learning. Either you do an internship in a zoological institution or you work in the field, and this is very, very difficult somehow. So what I create a little project in a way that created this opportunity for students to learn, but also to give support, technical support to projects that do not have the financial capacity to have technicals full-time technicals to support them. So it's both a combination of two things, is to create a learning system for students that are just starting their careers, and a technical support for a project that I care a lot, which in Portugal, that's the Tapada Nacional de Mafra, and this is a very, very interesting project, probably one of the only places in Europe without tuberculosis in wildlife, which is a major and emerging disease in Europe. So, and we do a lot of research, which is pretty much financed by the fees that the students pay when they go. So it's a winning-winning situation.
Wenn ihr noch Fragen habt, schreibt es einfach in die Kommentare, und wenn euch das Video gefallen hat, dann würde ich mich über ein Like sehr freuen. Damit ihr kein Video mehr verpasst, könnt ihr unseren Kanal kostenlos abonnieren.